Look, I understand a $100 bill, that's a lot of money, but what if I told you that the bills in this video are selling for a lot more money than just $100? Let's go ahead and break down some really rare and valuable $100 bills that you could be accidentally spending and not even know it. So this first bill right here is a 2003 $100 bill. This is what we call a big face Benji because, he's got a big face right in the center. Either way, this $100 bill is pretty rare because it has a star at the end of the serial number. Now that star means that this is a replacement note. So if there are mistakes during the printing process, this star note is going to replace those mistakes. Now a lot of the time the star won't mean too much, but in this case it actually was a good thing. That in combination with the high grade of a PMG 6070 PQ allowed someone to over double their money. They turned a $100 bill into $240. Now this is a more modern looking $100 bill. This is a series 2009. PMG graded this one at a 58 EPQ. Now the areas you want to be looking at on this one is the serial number. So if you have a rare fancy serial number like this one, you want to hold on to it. This is what we call a radar repeater rotator serial number. You can see there's essentially a bunch of 8s and 0s on this bill, making it very valuable. Now if someone wouldn't have folded it, it would have been worth even more. I know there's a fold on this bill because of the grade. So 58 means that there is a fold on the bill. If you have 60 or higher all the way up to 70, that means there's not a single fold on your bill. PMG, which is the grading company, will guarantee that that is the case or your money back. Now this one was able to sell for $348. Now this next one is pretty cool because it's from 1928. This is a first year of issue $100 bill. 1928 was the first year they started producing these small size paper money bills. This one is graded by PMG at a very fine at 30. There's a few things I want you to look out for. First of all, as we know, this is a star note. Star notes means they are replacing an error or some sort of mistake during the printing process. This one also is what we call a numeral type. So numeral type bills, typically you're going to see a large letter on the left-hand side where the district seal is, but on these numeral types, they have a number. So you can see the large number 7. Now here's a fun tip. If the number right there matches the start of the serial number letter, that is a good thing. So for example, this one is a number 7, which G is the 7th letter in the alphabet. So for example, if that was a 1, then the serial number should start with an A. If it was a 2, it would start with a B. If it was a 3, it would start with a C, etc., all the way to 12, which is L, and that is the district of San Francisco. Pretty cool, right? Now, if that number ever does not match the start of the serial number, that is a big error and can be worth a lot of money. This one sold for $456. Now, I am glad we threw this one in here. This is a genuine United States Yellow Seal gold certificate. So back in the day, you could actually bring this $100 bill to your local bank and you could exchange it for actual gold. Do you believe that? That is 100% true. Our US paper money used to be backed by gold. Now it's backed by the government's word saying it's worth what it's worth. Personally, a lot of people think that the gold and silver standard was a great thing, and unfortunately it can no longer be the case. Our money can now just be printed to oblivion and continued to decrease its value. But back in the day, it was backed by actual bullion like gold and silver. So to make a long story short, this is a gold certificate. It's very rare, very valuable, even though the condition here doesn't look that good whatsoever. People love gold certificates, and if it's in a better condition, it's going to be worth even more money. This one sold for $990. That's a lot of money for a $100 bill. We're moving into this big face 2006 $100 bill. This one sold for $1,440. That's a lot of money for this bill, right? Well, it's mainly because it is a serial number 8. That is an incredibly low serial number for this $100 bill. The more rare your serial number is on your $100 bill, the more value it's going to bring in auction. This one sold for $1,440. Speaking of cool and rare serial numbers, this one is a 2017 A $100 bill. Now I do want to show you an area really quickly on this bill. Look at the top left area, the plate position. If you ever see a small FW before the plate position on your bill, that means your bill was produced at the Fort Worth, Texas printing facility. If your bill does not have an FW, that means it was produced at the Washington, D.C. facility. There are only 2 places in the whole United States that prints paper money. You've got Fort Worth, Texas and Washington, D.C. Now this bill is really rare and very valuable because of the grade, but mainly because of that very cool serial serial number solid number 3s. This $100 bill was able to sell for $3,600. Ooh, this one is really cool, guys. So PMG graded it at a 66 star, which means that the bill just looks incredible. It's got nice color, it has nice serial number embossing. Overall, it's just a really nice banknote. This bill was almost a solid number 8 serial number. You can see the last digit is a 9. If that last digit was an 8, this bill would have sold for a lot more money than it sold for, which was $1,080. Don't get me wrong, that is over 10 times the amount of money for $100, so that is a huge return on investment. Guys, if you ever come across a rare $100 bill, please take a moment to look at it and find someone trustworthy to either sell it to or help you sell it. We do hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash that like button. It really would help us out, and we'll see you in the next video.